Hi, everybody. It's January 21st, 2026. Um, Coming together with the different parts of yourself would seem like a synergy would arise. It seems like you will start winning, that you will start understanding things. When you come together and gather all the pieces of your insides up and consolidate them and make them into a unit. But many times, our fractured inner reality can be highly functional because there are various reasons why a fractured internal reality could be beneficial. Sometimes the pain that we hold inside that we can't name, that we can't see, that we can't feel, but we know that it's there. Sometimes that pain needs to be segmented off in order for us to be able to take care of our day to day, to take care of what's in front of us now. And so when you come together and get acquainted and get a read on that pain that you carry, it's usually at the right time where you could settle it, where you could heal it. So if you feel like inside there are moods that you have that you get caught in that you can't necessarily control, if you feel like you're ignorant about some things about your life, but you are very learned about other things, it's okay to be segmented in that way, because usually things don't come together completely because it will overload your senses internally, your spiritual senses. Or it won't necessarily, but like many times things are closed off for a reason. Things are mysterious for a reason. And that's probably because the answers haven't been consciously come upon yet. And it's maybe certain things that you need to learn about yourself need keys from the outer. You need keys from a relationship with somebody. You need keys for a study on a subject. You need keys by doing prayer work. So just because you don't know everything about what's going on inside of you, it doesn't mean that you aren't highly functioning. So this gets me to thinking about self-hatred has an end. Self-hatred arises because many factors, but one of them is because one of the main ones and the easiest to grasp is the ones where you're not living up to your expectations. Whether it's your own standard or standard set by people around you or by what you see on the internet or whatever, you just feel like you are not living at the level that you deserve. And to get around that and how that contributes to self-hatred, you just may be sick of yourself. You may be at a loss for like, why can't I do this? Why can't I achieve this? Why can't I just behave this way? And in terms of that self-hatred for not living up to your aspirations, that's a younger type of way of thinking. When you get older, you realize, and you could realize this when you're young too, the remedy for feeling like you're not living up to your standards is to realize that the standard that you are the level that you are living at right now is for you. And the only way to increase that in terms of importance and in terms of gratification is to live in that station that you are now and function as best as you can. You don't have to heal anything. You don't have to accomplish anything. Just do what you can and then slowly take on more responsibility. I learned this at one of my jobs, is that when I was a self-starter, I got a lot more work done and I was more efficient and I learned quicker. So the key is to be a self-starter with yourself at that point. If you realize something needs to be proverbially picked up, then pick it up and deal with it and put it away. Start taking care of your responsibilities and stop waiting for people to tell you or waiting for it to get out of hand. And then soon enough, you will find that you are raising your standards, not compared to anybody else or compared to where you want to be. You are initiating action. You have to initiate action to start to feel a certain respect for yourself. And another end to self-hatred is sometimes we get caught in behaviors that we can't stop doing, or that we can't start doing. And so it feels like a spiritual attack, and many times it could be a spiritual attack when you have behaviors that are causing you pain, embarrassment, causing you to lose respect, or you feel you are losing people's respect by your behaviors that you can't control. It may be a spiritual attack, but that's not the importance of it. The importance of it is first, you come at yourself with understanding. If you know you can't stop doing something and it's hurting you, it could be whatever habit or whatever it is. If you know you can't stop it, come to yourself with understanding. Take your time. Don't try to always run away from your embarrassment. Take your time and understand it. And then start to get a little bit brave. And when you get a little bit brave, you realize that I know that I'm doing wrong. I need to forgive myself. And you're going to have to forgive yourself hundreds of times maybe. And when you forgive yourself, you take the embarrassment out of it. You take the importance out of this flaw. And so it gets to the point where it's so diminished, you may continue this embarrassing behavior, but it doesn't embarrass you anymore because you have forgiven yourself and you have come at yourself with understanding. It works, but it takes time and it takes patience. You can't rush through it. You have to take time and pointedly, purposely forgive yourself over and over again. And the last thing about self-hatred having an end is taking a risk with other people. And it may seem like you're taking a risk with trusting people, taking a risk with inviting people in your life. That's not necessarily what I'm saying. I'm saying taking a risk in order to be the light for somebody else. Be the light, be the example for somebody else. It seems like you don't have, even if you don't have that many opportunities with relationships with other people, at any chance you get, start to be the light, start to be an example, start to be the good in their world. And when you become the light, you are following God. You may not know it, you may not want to say that, but when you are following God and you are bringing His light into this world, there's nowhere for self-hatred to take hold and control you anymore. When you follow God, He's going to heal you. He's going to give you inspiration. He's going to give you answers. And they may not be verbal, they may not be literal, but He's going to give you answers, intuition, and signs that only you can understand. So start to be the light, start to follow God, and your self-hatred will evaporate eventually. But like I said, you just have to come at yourself with patience. So I hope this helps. Thanks.